It's an urge to beautify the body that is very primal in humans, I think. There's so much in human culture to drive people to make a mark on their bodies.
Okay, ready?
My name is Morgan Haberly. I'm a tattoo artist and the owner of my own shop, Classic Tattoo, here in San Marcos. I've been in San Marcos for 5 years and I've owned this shop for 4 years.
My friend's birthdays too. That's how I always remember it.
Well, tattooing has been around since humans have been around. There's no clear indication as to when humans started marking their bodies because mummies as back as 4,000 years have been discovered with tattooed images, and then you have the whole history of Japanese tattooing, which is a very, very colorful history and goes back many, many thousands of years. You have Western tattooing, which is mostly associated with sailors during the war. Sailor Jerry, of course, is a very famous Western tattooer. He's basically the father of Western tattooing. He brought us a lot of our pigments that we use now, and a lot of innovations that modern tattooers use. But there's just so much history behind it, and every culture has a different reason for doing it. Ryan's sleeve is, well, he had an almost completely open arm, which is good, so we had a lot of space to work with. He has a group of 4 angels representing the members of his family. It's his dad, mom, brother, and sister, and they are standing in the clouds with a gate to heaven up in one corner of his arm. I've been tattooing him for a long time. I'd say 4 years or so, basically since I've been here at Classic.
Ryan's terrified that you and I are going to make fun of him. Why? Because he's a little punk?
No, because you're a little bitch.
I could kick you right now, but I like one.
Part of tattooing is it's like being part of a family or a tribe of people.
You want to see my new tattoo?
Yeah. On your butt? No, you're about to show me your butt.
We have gotten to know each other really well, which is always what happens when you tattoo someone for years. You know, you learn about their relationships and their family and the things that happen in their lives.
And what kind of music do you listen to?
You know who is also emo? I listen to some emo music.
Okay.
But I'm telling you to just quit being so emo right now. Doesn't negate your emo-ness. My emo-ness is separate from your
Is
emo-ness.
this conversation happening?
I might have someone in my chair for 6 hours, so you can get pretty in-depth with your philosophical discussions in that amount of time. If you just wanted something small and you came in and said, I want to do a tiny cross, that could take 30 minutes. But if you want to do like a full bodysuit, like if you were wanting a full Japanese style bodysuit, you could be getting tattooed for 2 years, you know, coming in every couple of weeks and working on it, you know. So far I'd say we've done about a total of 8 to 10 hours of tattooing. And we probably have another 8 to 10 to go.
Go ahead and flip it.
People always say, does it hurt? And they want you to say, oh, you'll be fine. No, it doesn't hurt. But it does hurt. It's painful, and that's part of it. That's an inescapable part of tattooing.
It feels like needles going in your arm. I don't know. It's other spots are more painful than others. Like certain areas are more sensitive. But the longer you sit, typically you get used to it for a while, and then once you hit a certain point, it starts to suck again.
Well said.
That's the best explanation I got.
If it didn't hurt, everyone would do it. I think.
Go. Be gone.
It's getting pretty awesome. Yeah, it's coming along.
Thanks, Adam. People always come in here and get surprised.
They'll just run out the door.
Because we have 3 girls. We don't listen to metal. You know, we don't have a bunch of flash on the walls.
This is kind of like what you thought that.
We're not scary and intimidating. I don't think we are.
College apartment living assistants, like for my mom while she was in school or whatever. And the apartment complex had a roach infestation, and it was like that. Like I would go to sleep and get woken up from roaches calling the cops.
Well, the way that I was taught tattooing, it's sacred knowledge. Everything about the process of tattooing has been passed down to you directly from your mentor. A lot of tattooers are very protective about their knowledge, and once you discover something, it's like your own little secret that you kind of want to keep to yourself sometimes. And that would be my advice to anyone wanting to learn how to tattoo, is first you have to get tattooed. You have to get tattooed a lot by someone that you respect. And then you'll begin to understand the vast ocean that is tattooing.
I think I'm going to stop before I get to that cloud bank on top. Where did you see? I don't even think we got any
Starting
mediums.
from where, or
In the beginning?
all the way to the bottom, or
Really, I know that customers are worried about their own safety, but really the person most at risk is the artist.
Sorry, I taped that down. I gotta put some AD on it. It's not really that this down here.
We come into contact with the bodily fluids of a lot of different people every day. So we're the ones who have the most vested interest in keeping a clean shop.
So then, next time, all the backgrounds should be done.
Yeah.
And then it's Angel time.
And then it's angel time, and then it's done time. Okay, now.
Wait,
I guess I could tell him that too.
Huh.
Do you like the green shirt? 'Cause that's a shirt, but no, back then I'm like.
I try to keep myself out of the tattoo as much as possible. I feel like if everyone had the ability to do their own tattoos, that might be the ideal situation, because really what you're trying to do as an artist, I think, is bring the art that's within the person that they might not be able to express, or that they just don't have the technical proficiency to come up with. And you want to put that on them for them to see. And basically, I'm trying to channel what I feel like the art inside that person's head might look like.
Hey, that's perfectly your size.
So that's why a lot of my tattoos look very, very different. And of course, some of them look the same. I mean, you know, there's always going to be the mark of my hand in it. You know, I learned how to draw roses a certain way, and I may draw them 5 different ways, but, you know, another artist here could probably still tell that they were mine.
Dude, that's
It'll be
killer.
color. I mean, you want color, right?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay. Great.